Hello and welcome to the grand finale of the second tournament in the Settlers' New Allies. This time you will see the three greatest players on Earth battle it out for the title of the victor. In red, taking eastern spot, there is Gamer Mike, the winner of the first tournament. In orange, in the north, it's Stormy, the second place in the tournament. And west, blue spot is taken by Coco No Nuts. And south, in green, you'll see myself, Shumi. And today I have a treat for you, because for this commentary I am joined by none other than someone other than the last times. It's Coco No Nuts.
Hey Shumi, thank you for inviting me on. Always a pleasure.
Hello, and thank you for accepting this weird invitation to do a voiceover of your own game.
Indeed, and what a fun action-packed game it was, Shumi.
It was. We will see something that we've, I think, never seen in our recordings with the Daranix or in Bear. Something that we've really tried to capture, but this will be down to a wire, I would say.
Yes, it was very close indeed, wasn't it?
It was.
10 seconds, I do believe. That was all that made a massive difference.
Yes, but without spoiling the end, it will be great, believe me. But you will see how it happened yourself. This game, unlike the last game that we've shown on this channel, I have not made that many mistakes. So it's actually some quality that you'll see.
To be fair, no spoilers given, but you played exceptionally well, Shumi.
If I may say so myself, yes, I did. I do think that it was this was indeed one of my best games I've played, and you know why?
Why is that?
So you remember when we played that game in the tournament, I kept saying one thing over and over again.
You did indeed, and I did remember it quite fondly. It was build residences, wasn't it?
It was, and if you already have residences, build more.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I don't think I adhered to your policy at some point. I think I did run out of free settlers quite quickly. So, yeah.
Maybe I'll show it, maybe I won't. I actually don't know.
Brilliant.
Okay, so for this game, you see the beginning where we are kind of starting our bases. You see Coco going for exactly the same thing. I'm going right here. He is also going for the fishes. I have been a bit quicker about it, but he instead of the fishes quickly has built some houses and some trees, tree cutters.
Yeah, and I think we've played this map quite a few times just in the community ourselves. I mean, so we've established quite a good plan, and I think because we're against very quick Jaune players, I think it's essential that we go up to the coal and iron very quickly, but not before trying to sort of secure in our resources of wood and stone and fish. They are essential on this map.
They are. Also, this is probably one of the most hated maps for new people, because you start with an ending amount of wood, which is hard to cope with or to work with, because you kind of have the urge to build these foresters, which give you unlimited wood, but also cost a lot and are not that productive.
It does, and to be honest with you, I did start doing that when I first started playing the game. That was one of my main goals, but I think they changed it on the update, didn't they? Because they require more tools now to actually build foresters than they did before. Is that correct?
Nope, it's not.
Is it the same?
It is.
Oh, well, I just adapted my gameplay then. Ignore what I said completely.
It's actually cheaper. They've made them
really?
cheaper.
Oh, perhaps I should adopt that to my game then. That's where I'm going wrong.
Let's return to that idea.
But in all seriousness, this is probably one of my worst maps. I am not very good on this map at all. For all the maps we could have played on 2v2 against, the reigning champions, I was praying that this wasn't one of them. Because, they can build 80 army within 20-30 minutes quite easily. We've watched it happen in the tournament, so it was constant panic stations just to try and sort of get everything up and running, get the army up and running, just to try and sort of counteract their initial attack. But I do believe, Shumi, that Mike didn't play Jorn on this when he played Maru, didn't he?
I think every time Goldmore wasn't banned, and this was one of the times he played Maru to have this leverage, and this is where he also played Maru.
That makes more sense. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so trying to sort of like compete with players that's going to attack you in 20, 30 minutes with both playing Maru. I think you was a Larry on this one, wasn't you?
No, I'm Jorn.
Jorn, you? Ah, okay.
Yes.
It's been several weeks since we've played this, so it's quite nice to revisit it and actually have a look.
Yes, it was
how we
actually it was one of my last games as Jorn main. I then switched to Alari, and I liked them since.
Yeah, because you've been playing Larry quite a lot recently, haven't
I
you?
have been.
So, and you've been playing very well, Mayat.
They are enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, the
But-
plan of building more residences actually works with them.
Yeah, because they're much cheaper, aren't they?
Yes,
Much
they are
cheaper,
being built so quickly, and you don't have to look at how many carriers you have. You can just place them.
Yeah, indeed. So what are you doing by here? Was this me? This is you, isn't it?
It's
So
me.
you were going for the hunting grounds, isn't it? So we had the tournament rules. So if you was going to do the hunting grounds and not claim it, which you have not done, you can only build a maximum of 3. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct, though. A spoiler alert, I will have an idiot who's claimed it.
Ah, that's usually my sort of personal trick of spending all the time not to claim it, and then one person will randomly claim it for me.
Yeah.
Kind of the engineer.
Also, in case you haven't figured it out, I have a name for pretty much every engineer that has done something or something wrong in my camp, and an engineer that claims that spot is an idiot.
Just an idiot.
Yes.
A wrongdoer is one that dies, I do believe.
Yes.
I think I'm quite versed in most of your engineer flaws. What are the other ones again?
A slave?
Duranics yourself is something if you not able to build a mine.
Exactly. If you build
Slave.
something over the mine, a slave is an engineer that is designed to just build all of the residences back at your base. He's never
Right.
leaving. Wrongdoer, you've said. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, if you shoot me yourself, you have zero carriers and absolutely no way in getting any.
Exactly. But I just want to thank you anyway, Shumi, for stepping up. Obviously, this was the final game in the tournament. Prior to that, sort of Baranik, who was also in the community, very, very good player. Shout out to Baranik, by the way.
Exactly. We should
He
talk
was
about
my
that.
he was my teammate, and up until this point, we was undefeated. The reigning champions, Gamer Mike and Stormy, were also undefeated. So it made this sort of final all that more sort of nail biting, I suppose. But
Yes.
thank you very much for stepping up to the plate for being my sort of ally. And what a worthy ally you was. You delivered. You really did.
Yes, I did try my best. After the last game I've played, and you've watched it. You really wasn't so. You weren't so sure if I should be stepping in for Baranek. I heard that in your voice. But yeah, Baranek got sick, and therefore he could have not played in this tournament or in this game. That's why I stepped in, and Mike and Stormy agreed to that because, well, after all, it's just a fun game to play between two of the most competitive competitors in the tournament.
Yes. Indeed. So talk me through your setup then, up the top, because you build it slightly different to me.
Of course, yes. So I do all my food production. I think in this game also I built all my food production down the bottom. Although now I see bread there. Okay, no, forget that. Everything that weapons need is up top. There are 2 furnaces. There are 3 blacksmiths. At least 2 training grounds. At least at the beginning. There is 1 coal mine and there is an iron mine. And of course the meat, and that's pretty much what I built there. I try to, since this spot at the top is a little bit more, yeah, it's you don't have that much space there. I do build it, I'll try to build it in an open way so that the units and army can move through.
Yeah, so I started building my sort of training grounds at the top when I first started playing, but I kind of like switched it down to the bottom, just because I'm not building an additional warehouse anytime soon at the top. We found that out, didn't we, to be more efficient. So I thought, because all the weapons seems to go back to the warehouse, I thought it's just easier and quicker to build an army down the bottom. And I've noticed a couple of players like Arta does that very well, and he seems to build an army really, really quickly, having his weapons just right next to the warehouse. So yeah, so I decided to adopt that tactic, to be honest, but still have the weapon production in terms of the furnaces and the blacksmiths at the top, obviously next to the meat.
So you only build a training ground at the bottom, and everything else is on the top. That is
Yes.
also different than everyone else does it, isn't it? I think Archer also builds the weapon production on the bottom.
Oh, does he? I didn't realize that.
I think he does. Anyway, it's something that we've researched with Bear, I believe, on Moali, where you
Yes.
where you build either next to the mines or next to the warehouse your weapon production, and it's way better. It's not necessarily quicker, but you don't have to build that many residences. You don't need that many carriers if you build the weapon production down at the warehouse.
Correct. So what are we in? 18 minutes at the moment. We've got weapons being produced, which is good. As I said, I wanted to try and aim for about 30, at least 30 army for 30 minutes.
Yes.
And defenses as well straight away. So we're at a little bit of a disadvantage down the bottom, I believe, in terms of being able to sort of defend. It's a wider area, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
So
I think you have to explain one thing, because somehow this what we're looking at doesn't fit to the sound, and it's been very apparent right now. So Coco, what have you done? How have you recorded it?
So, well, recording via my GeForce experience, my trusty sort of technical ability. You know, my recordings in the past from previous games, I've managed to record only Discord and nothing else.
The Discord screen, not the sound.
The Discord screen. So yeah, being a games designer myself, you know, I should be on point with this this technical aspect of recording screens and things. So yes, but unfortunately, you know, there's been many recordings that I've not had the pleasure of viewing Settlers and only Discord. But yes, I've managed to do it this time, and I'm quite proud of myself. But the sound doesn't quite add up, does it?
Right. So the sound, you have still recorded the Discord sound. So
Yes.
Me, not you, just me, and every person jumping in and out of the channel, watching the game, spectating the game, could have been heard from your recording. That's why I have left my sound effects and put on the visuals from Gareth.
I think the entire street, my neighbours, the neighbour's dog, everybody was getting involved, I think. So good job you muted me on that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't...
They all wanted to watch the final, show me. They were all excited.
Yes. Well, it doesn't fit a little bit, and I have tried to cut the fighting scene from your side to a minimum, because, well, the sounds were actually very disturbing, in my opinion. That's why we will see not a lot of fights from your perspective, but we will see the main part, the gist of it, which I think is enough. Here you see our little tactic, our strategy, yes. I'd say. I am sending my army down to Gareth, or actually up to Gareth, and Gareth is sending... I'm going for Gareth. His name is Coco, but his real name is Gareth. Very sorry. But his army is going down to me to defend me. And what you see right now, while at it, we see on the map some red dots.
Unwanted visitors.
Are we being attacked that early?
Yeah, so it's
yes,
totally 26 minutes. They're always the same.
Yeah, always they are very quick, and they are also very persuasive with their army. They are, yeah, they are pure diplomacy.
Considering you didn't have the decoy built as well, I think we did well then to defend. And as you said, having that tactic of swapping armies, we would not be able to defend that if we didn't have the recall and then the other person's army there.
That's true, but then again, I've used the recall, so and they know that. So whatever
Yes.
happens right now, I cannot defend myself. Coco is pretty much tied down to defense of me because he still can recall, unless, well, we kill their army and we can go for a counterattack. That's what we are doing right now.
Yeah, so I think we should just... We've won that game now. We won the first battle. That's it. Game over.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
The video is definitely not about 20 more minutes. Don't worry.
So yeah, so we decided to go straight across the swamp. Obviously, they've taken out the bandits because obviously tournament rules state you have
Yes.
to take out the bandits before you can attack the other
Exactly.
opponent.
Oh,
So we
bother,
rushed
they
up.
have a tower.
Yeah, so they had one tower, one decoy, but unfortunately for them, they've got another entry into their base on the right-hand side. So they've
Yes.
got a bit of a disadvantage for defense as well.
Yes.
But before we could able to go through, we have to take out the other bandits on the coal mine, the gold mine. So
Yeah, and we were quite efficient with the communication here. We were on spot. Actually, Coco spotted that they don't have any towers on the bottom there. And so it was very quick to decide to go for the other bandit camp, kill them, and get through.
Just a few bruises.
100%. So this obviously gives them opportunities. It was a bit delayed for us, so it gives them more opportunity to build more army just to actually try and defend. Whereas if I was building army, I still have to send them all the way across to your base
Yes.
and try and sort of like group up with our army ourselves. But yeah, you can see they're already trying to counterattack. They're already ready to counterattack. So
Yeah.
their army building skills are
Impressive.
And yeah, they are, to be fair.
Yeah.
So
But
goodbye, engineers.
we're taking a few engineers out, which is very nice. Those are the wrongdoers that we spoke of previously.
Yes, indeed. But our soldiers are already sort of like damaged through battle from the first one, so they seem to have fresh soldiers.
Yeah, that's very impressive. They attacked us with a big army, and they had a second big army standing in their base, ready to defend. I don't know if I have made would have made such a numerous army right there in such a short time.
Definitely not, unless they had a reserve army, but it doesn't make sense for them
Yeah,
not
but
to
then
send
why?
that through as well.
Exactly. Why wouldn't they attack? And there comes a
become more.
third part of the army. While I'm sending like 15 more units, I feel like 30 units from there are coming back to defend. So
Yes.
unfair. So we are pushed back this game, and this video is going on just as you expected. You're welcome that we didn't kill him. Now you can watch more.
Exactly.
We are nice.
Fun is just about to begin.
We are nice, I'd say. Yeah, about the fun. What's the strategy right now, Coco?
So the strategy was just on a whim. We wouldn't expect to counterattack or attack at any time soon, was we? So it was quite a nice sort of surprise, I suppose, that we was able to ward them off and try and sort of inflict some damage ourselves. But we are holding our own by here, Shumi. We are still holding our own. They retreated. We managed to take out that tower. I think what we needed is just a nice sort of army production in play.
Yeah.
So we could just keep the pressure on.
Enemy in sight.
Yeah, and the plan is now quite general. If your opponent has towers and the army, you need to destroy the towers without losing the army. How do you do that? Tower destroyers units. So grab some gems, build some tower destroyers, research maybe their range if you need to. That's what I'm doing right now. You see me climbing that spot with gems
An ally is under attack.
while they're defending.
30 minutes into a game is quite unusual to try and get the gem mine, unless you go for it straight away, I suppose.
Army is under attack.
It's yeah, it's quite unheard of. Well, I've never done it anyway. I usually go around about 35 minutes, something like that, for the gem mine.
Well, I do have pretty much everything that I need, right? So why not doing it right now? I may have strengthened my defenses, but I don't feel like I have to. Not yet. Then there is also the middle passage, which we could try to go through, and maybe they don't have any towers, any defenses there. But now that is only a narrow path, so if you place your army on the other side of that path, they are pretty much always fighting 3 versus whole army until there's no more army coming.
Yeah, and what I've noticed with Stormy and Mike as well, that 26 minutes they usually attack to the center. and we kind of purposely claimed both halves, didn't we? So we could both build towers. I don't know whether we can view it anytime soon, but yes, we managed to defend that really well, and I think we didn't build as many towers on the outskirts because we didn't expect them from that direction, I suppose.
I think in this game you've made a slight mistake where you've built a tower and then told me to claim the ground. So you've built 2 towers, I've built none.
Oh, it was that game. It was this game, was it?
I think it was this game.
I got excited claiming the ground and then forgot that you hadn't claimed it yet. So I built a tower and obviously I claimed your land.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I forgot that was the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my excitement for building defenses.
But it can be that I will still build 1 tower somewhere in the back. Not necessarily though. Stones though over, sadly, 30-second minute. There is no more stone on this map, so what to do, grab more stone from here, probably.
Yeah, and I find that I struggle on maps that have limited resources. I mean, we've got like Ruined City, you've got endless amounts of trees and, you know, quite a lot of stone to start off with. I flourish on sort of games like that. But having limited resources, I do struggle because you've constantly got to think about resource management, always, and then attacking. And I'm not one for multitasking. I'll be honest, Shumi. So trying to sort of manage that as well as manage army and research and everything else, yeah, it is a challenge to say the least.
And we know that because we've tried that. We've tried Gareth on multitasking. He's not good at it.
I will openly admit it. I'm not good.
We've had, there was one game on the Ruined City where we've attacked Gareth from 3 or 4 different sides.
4 different directions. I was like, I just give up, to be honest.
Yeah. He wasn't able to look everywhere. That was so funny.
Yes, for you maybe. But,
well, it was definitely for me.
But anyway, back to the final. So what are they planning next? Because Mike, I've noticed with Mike and Stormy, they mix their tactics up all the time. They work exceptionally well as a team.
Yeah.
And they never seem to attack at the same place. They, you know, where you think they're going to come from the right-hand side now, they guarantee to sort of mix it up and go somewhere else.
And they always try to, like, not border you in, but to take away space from you so that you can gather information nor resources. They're doing that exceptionally well. But the plan for us, actually, what we did right now, and probably do it right here, right now, is go for the other side. Go for Stormy, because if they come from this direction, I have some defenses, Gareth can defend, but they will not expect me to get to Gareth's side and attack Stormy.
Yes.
Because I don't have a recall. So that's exactly what I am going to do, whilst also making sure that they do not see that my army is getting lost. So that's why that one ranger is going.
So how long is the recall again? It's 15 minutes, isn't it?
I genuinely think nobody's tested it.
I don't think anybody's timed it.
Yeah, we went like, it's about 10 minutes to, well, it's about 15 minutes right now. I really don't know.
Feels like a lifetime when you've used it, though.
Yes.
Just waiting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, here is my well-known check of, do they have research? Do they not have research? And as it turns out, I have more research.
You do?
That feels great, because that's Mike. Mike, being better at research than Mike feels great.
Definitely. No, I think their research game is not as strong as ours. I think their army pressing game is on point.
Yeah,
point.
their tactics, their short time strategies is amazing. But also they do research stuff. Also, nobody researches or trades like you do, so maybe Baranek does.
Baranek is a beast at trading. But yeah, I kind of like the long game myself. I kind of like to go for the motions, you know, not so much take my time, but, you know, go for the research, build harbors, trade, you know, get the economy high. I think that's one of my strengths, is economy more than anything. I've struggled with army in the past. I think too that's one of my weaker games, but I'm starting to get better. Don't get me wrong, but being able to sort of attack and isolate your archers, get your tower destroyers, get your healers, and sort of like use that formation to attack towers. That's where I've always struggled.
I like
build an economy, brilliant.
Yeah, I like that you're one of those people that has 2 strategies for the games. First, you start a game and look, am I playing against Shumi? No, let's do it slowly. Let's go for economy. And then, do I play against Shumi? Warriors. Where's the army? Why are they not here?
Tower destroyers, and like I said before, that's one of the reasons when we played you in this tournament, me and Baranek, against you and Duranix, is that we had to do it because I knew how fast you was at building an army, and the only way to beat you was to try and attack you quick, beat you at your own game. So that's the first time me and Baranek had tried it on that map, and luckily for us, it just about worked. Duranix held his own.
I think it's one of the videos that got lost, or exactly the one video that got lost.
No.
So let me explain what happened there. We were playing on the Ruined City, and on the Ruined City there is a strategy, a new wish strategy, where you rush with the close range tower destroyers. You can build about 30 of them up until the 20th minute, which is enough to kill the bandits and get to your enemy, destroy 1 or 2 towers and kill them. And that's exactly what Coco and Baranek did.
Yes, and we come straight for you. So I do apologize.
Yes. And I did have a tower. Yes, I did have a tower. And you've just, you've destroyed it. Even though we had those 6 archers, I actually think I started building my army, but that just wasn't enough, sadly.
Yeah, and it's hard to defend. As I said, we've played another game since then and tried the same tactic against Yazzie and I think Marius, who also was in the community.
Yeah.
And they built a combination of scouts and tower destroyers, and they was more powerful than just building tower destroyers alone. So that's another tactic to potentially sort of adopt. But it's not. I don't find it's that fun though, to be honest. Just rushing. As I said, I like the long game. I like to use tactics and strategy. So.
But of course, in a setup where you play for a tournament victory, I understand that you use it.
Yeah, any means.
Yeah.
By any means at all.
And we did have rules in place that you can't rush, you can't go through the rebels just to attack your opponent. So they didn't do that. They actually killed the rebels, which is impressive.
Yeah, so we adapted a bastion. So we thought, build the bastion as close as possible, lure them in with the tower destroyers or your archers, take out the first bandit camp, and then just leave the second one to the tower destroyers. You do lose a few, don't get me wrong, but you've still got enough then to work through your enemy's defenses and then take out their army.
Exactly.
So, I claimed the land as well in the night. Yeah, I done. What was the name for claiming the land? The hunting ground.
Idiot.
Idiots. Yeah, mine was idiots also.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately.
You see our plan in action right now. I am sending my army down to Gareth once again, Coco once again, to attack Stormy's side.
But I just want to bring your attention to how many weapons that I've got in store. And how much army I have at 40 minutes. I only have 45 army, and I have literally over, nearly 100 weapons, 70, I suppose. Yeah. Well, yeah, something like that. Well, yeah.
It's I think that's what lost us the advantage right here.
Yes. Yes.
That you did not have all of your army or possible army built. But hey, if Stormy has forgotten to build his towers because they expected us to attack from Mike's side, we might just as well win.
Yeah, indeed. And I think this is one of the things that I've decided to change my gameplay on the depths, is that not just to focus on free settlers and economy. If you are against a strong opponent, then I do not mind sort of just building army and just spamming army and just bringing my economy to a grinding halt, I suppose, just so that you can defend or potentially attack. And that is exactly the tactic that Stormy took on this particular sort of game.
Yeah, we have talked after the game, and they have told us that they were on 0 carriers for a long time in the game. While I was never hitting 0 carriers in the game because of my new cool strategy of build residences. If you have residences, build more residences. Works great.
I must have short-term memory loss because I completely forgot about that.
I was repeating this up until the 40th minute for sure.
Is there a job to do?
But in my defense, I did have 40 free settlers and they just went very quickly. just noticed. As soon as you start building army, you need, you know, at least sort of 100 free settlers to build a big army quickly.
Ah, yeah. You've also started trading, right?
Yes,
So-
and that also
yeah.
decimates your free settlers.
Exactly.
But yeah, at this point, I'm sort of building additional bread production because obviously I want to sort of buy additional gems. I want to build tower destroyers. I want to sort of go for the sort of extended range research on the seers. So I'm thinking, right, okay, this is going into the 40th, 50th minute. Let's build some additional bread production for the harbour, so we can sort of get that up and running ASAP, so we can then form a counterattack, I suppose.
Yes, and a counterattack is actually happening right now.
It is indeed.
Yeah, so we also need to kill the bandits. Let's see how that works from our side. Yeah, as said, I needed to take my sound. That's why you'll hear some fighting, even though there's none on the screen. And as it seems, they have also taken the rebels in the middle. So either they scouted once, or they plan to go for Coco first. And maybe...
Yes.
Oh, you know what they did? They did that with me too. They have scouts. They just have scouts. So they cleared it so far that they can scout your base. That's what they did.
Well, with a couple of archers, you think they just took
No,
out the middle?
they have scouts. Rangers.
Oh, actual rangers. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And oh bollocks, they do have
they have
towers.
towers.
Yeah,
And I think that
we are going to check the other side too, but we also right now see that there are those border stones in place, which shows us that there definitely is a building, probably a building, and pretty much for sure a tower defending that side too.
yeah, for the border stones to be that far forward, it's usually a tower, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly.
To
And we also need to
disappointment.
take more rebels for that out.
Our army
Not
Yeah,
a problem.
tournament rules. Let's go. So in terms of research now at 43rd minute,
Yeah.
what have you got on this? Can you remember?
I'm pretty sure I have everything in regards to attack, so the base research, and I'm pretty much. Well, I don't know if I have the pull cards done, but I am going for the rear range on tower destroyers, so I'm definitely moving in that direction right now.
So yeah, your research game is on point. Did you have a harbour and stuff as well?
Don't think so, not yet.
So you was army research. I was more
enemy in sight.
yeah, zero settlers harbour.
Ally is under
Zero
Minimal.
settlers are.
minimal army.
You are going for the bare minimum.
I was told you I'll go for the long game. I'm in it for the long run.
Yeah. Let's not go for the too long of a game because they are attacking quickly.
Yes, but I think we're holding our own up until this point.
Yeah.
In fact,
What we've seen is that Stormy does proper defenses in place. We cannot attack through that,
Enemy
and
inside.
what that means is we are just going back and trying the third way, the middle way. Let's see what happens there. Now they also know that my army, or part of my army, is on Stormy's side, so they could now be as brave as to attack me,
Enemy inside.
because I still don't have a recall. But they also will know that my recall is slowly
complete.
up pretty much right now. So they probably will also be wary of that fact and maybe not attack. That's what I was thinking at that point.
yeah. So I believe that they must know how long the recall takes. They are the few people that actually knows how long it takes.
You think?
And they are very technical in this game, aren't they?
Yeah.
So our plan was to go straight to the middle. It is the only problem with the middle, I find, is quite a narrow path, isn't it?
Yes.
So, you know, if you make it to the other side and they've got an army waiting for you, it is a choke point, and you can lose a lot of army going through there.
Exactly. That's what I meant with you're going with 3 soldiers at a time, while on the other side there's a full army. You're not getting through with that.
No. But it is interesting to see if they've got defenses in the middle. Mike's not one for building a lot of defenses either, is he? But he tended done that on the finals.
He learned from the first tournament that the defenses are not that bad.
Yeah, he just uses all his resources for army production
Yeah.
in the first tournament.
He's
Although I
very
didn't play the
quick.
first tournament, I was disappointed I couldn't have time off to play the first tournament.
Recruitment
Yeah,
complete.
I'm happy you're in the second though, because you are a very valuable addition, as we see. One that
Thank you.
could beat Mike and Stormy's team in their finals.
Yes, well, we potentially do beat them. Assuming we don't know yet.
I said we could. Or you
Okay.
could, yes.
But yeah, I'm only going for Howl at 47 minutes. I usually do that a bit quicker. But again, multitasking.
Right, I don't know if I
Gems.
ever went for Howl in this game.
So residence is still at 0, and we're back to Shumi.
Yes.
Enemy in
We are.
sight.
So what we doing? We're going for the middle now, aren't we?
Yes, we
Yes.
are now waiting in the middle. We saw that there is an army on the other side of this narrow path, and we are not going to lose all of our army to just, well, pretty much do nothing. They will not win this.
Enemy in sight.
So instead, we kind of placed our army in the middle. We maybe thought of taking the middle resources and research picking up by the army. That was maybe a long-term plan. Sadly, it didn't come to fruition because you right now see orange, which is Stormy, attacking me at the bottom there. And you might think, wait, why is Stormy on the bottom? He is not on my side.
And
Why
he's got
is he on the
Sears.
bottom? And he has Sears. And we will see why it's Stormy who's attacking me and not both army or not Mike shortly.
But yeah, but you had your recall back.
Yes, it's
And you
well,
can
it's
use it again.
56th minute.
Oh yeah.
We've jumped a few minutes of build time and us placing our soldiers in the middle there, just to not be boring. And that's
And
it.
it's
They've
quite-
also seen that I also have Star Destroyers there.
It's quite off-putting as well, I find, that if they start attacking one side, then they go the middle, then they go the other side. It just throws you off quite considerably. So you don't know whether you're coming or going.
Yes, exactly. And here they had a tactic, which I think was quite brilliant. So the reason why Stormy came here attacking me, even though it's Mike on my side, is because Stormy can recall to his own buildings, and that's what he is doing right now. He went off of my side so that I don't see it happen, and he recalls to his own buildings, while the army of Mike is already waiting there because they plan to attack
And I'm
Coco.
just having a fun party on my own in the middle, and everybody else is elsewhere.
Yes, and this is now your screen where you start seeing what's
Sad
coming
times.
for you.
Sad times.
Well, you're right now
again-
being attacked, but also well defended.
Enemy in
So
sight.
again, over 100 weapons, 0 carriers.
Yes.
If I'd have sacrificed
Under
that,
attack.
then I would stand a chance. But
Yeah, 100 units would have done wonders here. But you are well on
Yes.
the research. You do have your howl. I don't think they have their howl,
I don't
which
think
means
so.
you will put a great fight here.
But it was an excellent tactic. I mean, this is an amazing tactic to push the one side and then recall your army to the other.
Yes.
It's,
Have you-
it's fantastic. tactic.
Have you turned off your towers there, or were they on auto?
I think I only just built them, to be honest. I don't think
Recruitment
I,
complete.
no, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But
I'm pretty sure they turned on auto, and you still haven't turned it off in your settings. The auto.
Troops are tired.
potentially, I'm
Yeah.
usually pretty good on that now. But
Ally is
Yeah.
under attack.
that time,
Whilst on the other side of the world, I decided to absolutely not help Coco because why the hell?
just let me die. It's fine.
Yes, exactly. And instead I went for Mike, who I knew still has his recall, though at the end of the game we talked to them, he did not. He used his recall before. But I
What
was
did he
aware...
use his recall
Ally
for?
is under
I don't remember. I was surprised that he used his recall, but there is nothing to use his recall. Nothing happened there.
No, that's what I thought.
Maybe they were preparing for the strategy and wanted to be quicker at it. I don't know. Yeah, So I was thinking they could have the recall. Meanwhile, Coco being attacked there quite nicely by both of them. Yeah, I don't think he's going to defend, but he's taking a fair amount of their army. And if you see my army right here, these 154 units, it's more than what you see here. These units are definitely able to not only kill Stormy or Mike, they are also able to defend my base. So I'm fine sacrificing Coco right here for a 1v1 that is coming to be.
Research complete.
No, you made the right decision, to be honest, because we were more researched than them. You know, we had more army, and if they're going to attack me and kill me, then the only option is to take them out, because two people against one on this particular map, you wouldn't stand a chance in the long run. So you made 100% the right decision to take Mike out.
Defeated.
Yeah.
So,
And there we stay. There we have a 2v1. Thank you, Coco, for taking this blow. I don't know if you've seen, but at the end there you had over 100 free settlers. You could have built so much more army.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, I know that Storm is coming. Well, I suppose Storm is coming, so I'm building towers. Though, in this moment, I'm like in the middle. I want to still be attacking. But I need to defend, right?
Yeah, it's one of those decisions. You were close to Stormy's base, but Stormy's closer to yours. So
yes, but with a way smaller army, which I think I can hold off with the units that are there, or at least not, if not kill it, at least hold off long enough, so that I am able to kill Stormy.
And I think that's one of the drawbacks, I suppose, of building towers in that middle section and not in your own base.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, you know, if one player gets defeated, then you've got no defense on the left-hand side.
The improvement is that you don't need to build two bases, two towers.
But imagine you had your recall left then, Shumi.
I don't have a recall.
No, but imagine you did.
Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm going to defend this, and we don't need a game changer here.
Very true.
What happened though is that they were quick enough and entered my base before I was able to build a tower,
Under siege.
which is quite sad. Now I have to defend.
But you instantly was sending your army back, weren't you? The one from Mike's base, you sent half back and half towards Stormy, yeah?
It wasn't that instant. I was hesitating for like 30 seconds and then decided to split my army into two parts. And you see one part is coming back, the other part is attacking Stormy. And I'm just holding off, waiting for that group that is coming back. They will be well enough to defeat this army. And the other group will be able to kill Stormy's defenses, because those are researched seers, they have the range.
They are indeed. And they wouldn't stand a chance under normal circumstances. And if we had a second warehouse that we said not to do...
Right, a second warehouse would have saved it too. I wouldn't need to send the army back. But hey, all I need is that few units which are right there to come back before this warehouse is destroyed.
Oh,
Go for an outro.
So 10 seconds. That's all it took us. 10 seconds. But thank you very much for the game, Shumi. It was greatly appreciated. And basically, guys, if you want to sort of see more Settlers actions, please subscribe to this channel. Give it a quick like, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thanks for watching, and thank you Coco for co-commentating. Bye.
My pleasure. Bye. Cheers.